Morning, students. Today, let us discuss chapter number 3, banking law and operations. First of all, we already discussed about banking law related information in the first unit number 1 and 2. We have already discussed in the classroom session only. Now, let us go for unit number 3, banking operation. So, here, the first thing, lending banker. The lending banker is the banker who lends fund to trade, commerce, and industry to meet their financial requirements. Every banker acts as a lending banker. So here it is, whatever the financial requirement to be fulfilled as a banker to the customer. So the before you people are fulfilling the whatever the funds, so certain policies and certain regulations to be followed by as a banker. So what are the first thing? Principles of bank lending or consideration of sound bank lending. So suppose when I am giving the financial resources for any customer, what are the principle has to be considered as a banker? So this is as per the Negotiable Instrument Act, as per the Banking Regulation Act, they are also must and should be followed. Because of when we are giving the lending policies it must and should be preferable by the RBI. So that's why you need to fulfill whatever the requirement obligation from the banker. So first thing, consideration about the bank itself. The first thing, the bank aspect basis we have to follow. The first thing, liquidity. Liquidity means ability of a bank to produce cash and demand a bank to maintain high degree of liquidity in its assets to meet the withdrawal of its depositories. It is confidence of the depositing public which is most important for a banker. So when we are giving the major financial requirements, so that related, you also maintain the whatever the liquidity position. When there is a demand will be arise, that demand only you sufficiently liquid assets or liquid amount you have to be fulfilled. Second should be convertible into cash without loss. The normal time assets to be easily being sold to the public or bank or cash. During the abnormal times, it's difficult to sell. The central bank will come to rescue of commercial banks. So these are all the majorly, and as a banking point of view, you always maintain for the liquidity position. So all of you know that CLR and SLR position. So that is also it is related of the liquidity position because of one you consider the demand and whatever the as per the liquidity position based on that you also maintain. Second one it is safety. When I am giving the financial facilities to the customer, safety requirement you must and should be. Why? Because of bank can survive only long as it's able to enjoy confidence of the people. So how can you maintain the confidence of the people? For example, you can take the any collateral or else repayment capacity. So that is also you have to consider. Then only must exercise the great care in investing the funds. So that is a safety under the principles you also follow. Third one it is profitability. It is the most important objective commercial bank. As a business enterprises, bank aims to maximum profits. Bank must earn profit meet the expenses and pay the good dividend to its shareholder. So the bank should be arranging the assets such way to derive maximum income. So how can you get the maximum income when you people are following the proper lending policies? Then only the profitability will be that happen. So that reason only you also consider whatever the derive maximum income aspects. And fourth one, shiftability. So it implies that the type of assets acquired by a bank should be easily shifted to other banks or central bank in normal time. Assets can be easily sold to the public or other banks for cash. During abnormal time, it may be difficult to sell. The central bank will come to rescue of commercial bank, but the asset must satisfy the eligibility rules laid down by the central bank. So shiftability also we also consider it is. The second principles, consideration about the proposal, purpose of loan. Why we are as an borrowing person, which purpose you people are getting the loan. That purpose you must and should be mention it. The person purpose should be in a specific manner. Then only we will be provide the loan. And finally, next one it is security. The security means the collateral as well as tangible or intangible assets you have to give the collateral. Why? Because of when we are repaymenting the loan amount, that only we can encash the whatever the collateral amount as well as tangible or movable property assets. Sources of repayment. So what are the sources you people are following now? For example, suppose you people are a salary person or a business person. Based on that, we can consider the whatever the sources of repayment. Term of period of loan, whether it is short period, either it is long period, a loan also we have to consider in the same manner itself. And third one, it is consideration about the customer. And another one thing, the customer aspects and customer character and capacity and capital. What is the present character of the customer? The customer will be willing to repay the advance taken, or honesty, or temperament, regulatory goods, business habits. So these are all the things you must and should be observed. And nowadays we will be the character and as well as capacity based on that banking industry maintain with civil score. The civil score basis also we are giving the loan or as well as lending policies we will be improving now. And third one, it is capacity. The capacity of the borrower indicate his ability to run his business successfully and repay the advance. It includes his health education, technical skill, managerial ability, and experience. So these are all the major capacity also you also consider. And third one, it is capital. The capital of the borrower denote his financial soundness and his own fund invested in his business. It denotes that customer is eligible. For example, the customer is eligible or not, taking the loan as well as borrowing amount, that eligibility also you have to be check it out. And fourth one, it is other consideration. Diversification of risk. The banker should not lend major portion of the amount to the single borrower or for a particular region or particular business, because in the event failure, the banker suffer huge loss. So must not practice the at the putting all eggs in a one basket. So finally, diversification of the loan. For example, as a banking industry, not only providing agriculturally, not only providing, for example, industry, it is also diversified. Some area also infrastructure wise, and also they are also concentrating on agriculture, industry, and as well as housing loan, vehicle loan. These are all the diversification also you have to be follow. Why? Because of you have to avoid the whatever the risk factor. So that is another one principles that has to be maintained. And business condition. If the business which is the borrower is engaged as a better prospectus, our borrower will be accommodated. So what is the present condition of the business? Based on that, the borrowing amount has to be paid to the customer. So these are the another one of the principles has to be maintained. And third one, it is public or national interest. So what is the interest of the public and national interest also you have to be considered. For example, new entrepreneurs, small agriculturists, and export-oriented industry. So these are all the special unique cases, as well as what is the major contribution to our country that people also you have to consider. And next one, it is mass lending. So these are the another one of the consideration. The lending large number of poor people rather than rich people. So not only concentrate on the only poor people as well as rich people. The both the combination of the loan facilities you have to provide. And next one, it is next concept. So these are all the major principles of lending policies. As a banker, when we are paying the lending amount to the customer, what are the principles must and should be maintained? So in the four basis, there has to be maintained for the principles. Understood? Next thing, kinds of lending facilities or types of bank advances. So what are the lending facilities or types of bank advances? Loan. First thing, loans, overdraft, cash credits, purchasing and discounting of bill of exchange, letter of credit. So these are all the things we have. Let us go for one by one. All of you know that loans, the lending facility, whatever the loan means, it will be the short-term loan, whether it is long-term loan or installment basis. We have to giving the loan as well as pledging the movable or immovable properties and valuable securities and like these are all the major loan aspects. All of you know that the OD facility, they are majorly providing for the business people with a period of 1% interest rate basis. Yeah, also providing that under the limitation will be that nowadays 45 to 48 days there has to be OD facility also provide. Basically, the overdraft facility for the business people to managing the working capital management, working capital purpose, they are also providing the overdraft facility. And third one, it is cash credit. So cash credit, it is a very similar surplus and loan is can be credited the accounts. So cash credit means the arranging under which a borrower allowed under advance separate account called as cash credit. So which is very similar to OD, but it is another type of the cash facility to the customers. And fourth one, it is bills purchased and discounted. Discounted purchased under the bill exchange maturing the short period, say 60 days to 90 days from the approved consuming customer and pay is immediately deducting commission. Then on the due date of the bill receipt, the face value from the acceptor of bill. So these are all the another one, discounting bill as well as bill of exchange, like these are the another one, purchasing. So these are the major difference between discounting and purchasing. The another one of the major financial facilities. And finally, letter of credit. It is a document or order by banker in one place authorizing some other banker acting as agent or correspondent in other place to the draft or check of person named in the document of the amount stated in the letter or charges to the total amount draft, honored or repayment, so made to the guarantor of the letter of credit. The letter of credit, all of you know that basically it is used only for the importing and exporting transaction only they also maintain. So here it is, there are major uh, two types of letter of credit: personal credit letter, commercial letter of credit. Personal creditor, person to person, that has to pay for the encashment credit amount. And third, second one is commercial credit, which is financing importing as well as exporting the goods or movement procedure goods one place to another country. So these basis mainly used for the commercial letter of credit. Types of commercial letter of credit also it is given. Sometimes they also asked in the examination. Documentary bill and clean commercial letter of credit, recoverable, irrevocable commercial letter of credit, with or without resource commercial letter of credit, transferable and non-transferable commercial letter of credit, fixed and revolving commercial letter of credit, fixed and renewable, as it is renewable basis. So these are all the major two aspects we will be that covered. One, it is principles of lending policies. Another one, it is what are the loan facilities as well as financial facilities from the bank. These two things you have to understood. Next class we will be continuing another